Hey guys, so hope we're having a good max out week so far. Just gonna get into the next cycle a little bit and try and make it as quick as possible. So next cycle, we've got a back squat focus. So on Mondays, we've got 5 sets of 3 at 85%. And if you read the notes and stuff, I'll give you a range on all of these days, as well as bench press. Okay, so we're separating our squatting and a lot of our strength stuff from our Olympic weightlifting day. Okay, so our second day is more of like our speed day, kind of a light speed day. So we've got our jumps, we've got box jumps, overhead squat jump, and then we've got a snatch complex and tempo clean and jerks. These lifts are going to stay between like 75 to 83%. It's not going to go super heavy. We won't really go over 85% on this Tuesday here because we do have another speed day and then a max out day on Friday, and that'll be kind of the theme of this quick cycle. It'll be 6 weeks, and that Friday will be our big Friday or our max out Friday. So we'll have a chance to go heavy every week in the Olympic lifts. Thursday, we're looking at speed back squats, so it's 4 sets of 5 at 60%. I think in the notes the percentage is 50 to 60%. We're looking for not bottoming out our squats, going right to or maybe slightly below parallel, exploding up and coming right down, almost like you're doing your set of 5 for time. So like no pausing at the top of every squat, right? We're really trying to hammer these out and be as fast as possible under as much tension as possible. And then we have our push press as well on that day. The push press will be heavy, but it's going to be RPE, so it'll be based off of how you feel, and you're just going to try to beat your push press every week. And then we've got dumbbell jumping lunges in there as well, which are going to be important as we go through the cycle and those turn into something else. Then Friday, right, our max out day, so we've got muscle snatch, build to a heavy from the floor. This isn't our true heavy for the day, right? This is just more of a primer to keep us connected, and we'll do some different muscle snatch variations to help with that staying connected in that turnover. And then our halting snatch will build to a heavy halting snatch, build to a heavy low hang clean triple, and then we've got our flat foot clean pulls to finish out the week. Those are really going to help with staying grounded throughout your pull. So if you have trouble getting toesy in your lifts, this will help a great deal. There's also a good video on these that I attached in there. So that's the basic cycle overview. It's going to be a lot more varied. It's going to have a lot more variation than the last cycle, right? The last cycle is our 12-week base building cycle that we do once a year. So that one's pretty monotonous, but man, if you get through that whole thing, it works super well on increasing all of your strength. Okay. Now the next cycle after this one is going to be an 8-week cycle, and it's going to be a conjugate style cycle. I've worked on this one the past couple of weeks. I just didn't want to put it in over the holidays. I wanted people to be more consistent with it. So that'll start in January, about halfway through January. And that's going to be lots of bands and chained work. We're going to be doing a lot higher set ranges for our back squats and pulls, cleans, front squats, all those things. We'll be doing like 8 to 10 sets, but it'll be 2 to 3 reps. We'll have 2 dedicated speed days where we use a lot of bands and chains. If you don't have access to chains, I highly recommend finding a way to get your hands on some. But bands work just as good. They're just a little bit different, and I'll have some specific ways that we want to progress from bands to chains. So if you have access to both, that's great. If you only have access to one, like bands, that's totally fine too. You'll still get a lot out of it. So just some things to look forward to. Hope you guys have a good week.